Logos POW.
Okay, it's time to look at 4 shoot 'em ups on the Amiga. Right, so the first game is Apidia, which is, as you can see, an insect style shooter, which is quite a departure from the normal science fiction style things. Which is nice. It's also very well designed for a European shooter. Okay, so there's a bit of the old bullet sponging going on, which is usually quite apparent with Euro shooters. This one plays more like a proper console shooter, which is great. Really nice graphics, really nice sound, and oh god, there's some crazy mushroom shit going on there. And dung beetles throwing dung at me. That happens all the time. Funny thing is back in the day I had a, should we say, a copy of this. And it would crash on stage 2, so I've not really... No, I haven't played it since. I don't remember it was very good, but shortly afterwards I probably got my first consoles, so I went there for my shoot-em-up shenanigans. In fact, some of the other games I'm going to be looking at today are games that are released about the same time. Boss. Hungry caterpillar. Oh, crap. Whoops. Now, of course, these days, when we're playing things on an emulator, you do have the element of doing this. It says reaching for the keyboard and missing. There we go. Some extra weapons for me. Oh crap, it's not making me any better though, is it? Get some multiples in there as well. I know it's cheating, but it's there, I'm going to use it. This is a pretty tough shoot 'em up anyway. If you played Insecto X on the Mega Drive, it's obviously a similar sort of vibe all round. What we'll do is we'll play this a bit more. I'm going to skip ahead a bit to after the first stage, just to show a bit of variety. Oh yeah, so this is a bonus stage, I've forgotten all about this, where you collect the chirps and avoid the devils. Which is a nice little distraction for a couple of seconds. And it's over, and you're on to the next stage. So this is part 2. I think the stages come in thematically, at least 3 parts, I think. Maybe 2, I'm not sure, but it was the second part of the garden stage, if you will. These little worms popping their heads out the bottom there are pretty annoying because they don't stick around long enough. Be killed on their first appearance, so you've got to keep an eye for them, and they do sort of camouflage. Something on top of this hill as a mole, because why not? What other game has an end level boss that's a mole? That breathes fire. There we go, stage 1.2 clear. We'll probably get another bonus stage, maybe. No, we're straight into the third part of the stage. And the music's changed. Sounds somewhat foreboding. I like the way it's a variation of the theme with the music. It's the same track, but it's slightly arranged. As far as I know, not that I've seen them personally, leaves. So I was saying, as far as I was saying, as far as I know, subsequent stages have different themes. So it'll be interesting to see what's next, because I've not personally experienced them. Right, onto a proper boss now. There's a praying mantis. Oh shit! Luckily, he respawned immediately. Still going through my lives at a rate of knots. And those things that's flying out in the air is a little bit unfair if you ask me. But hey, I shot it before it could eat me. Or have sex, then eat me. I did survive scene 1. I look very happy about it. Okay, so on to the next stage, which seems to take place in a pond. So we've got above water and underwater sort of sections for the level, which is nice. Oh, great big bloody pike. Pike! Don't tell him your name. There's Stickleback. It's like Nickelback, except fishier. Oh come on, you didn't watch this for any meaningful attempts at humour, did you? Oh! Grabby thing. Can I fly? Is that gonna... Oh, stuff coming from above. I'm not convinced that that's harmless yet, that grabby insect. Oh! What the hell are they? Again, the music's really good still. Okay, skip ahead a bit. Again, because I will go on this for hours otherwise. Right, so as it turns out, this stage is kicking my ass. This is my third attempt at it. There's coming up in a second, a really madly fast eel boss, which is a bit of a problem. So, I'm not sure I'm going to get past that, but the pity is really, really good. So here he is, very fast. Probably a pattern to it, which I haven't worked out yet. So yeah, Apidia is excellent and well worth your time. Load up your Amiga emulator or your GoTech and have a go at it. Right, so next up we have Project X. So, now, the original version of this I did not like. This is the special edition from '93, so I'm hoping it's going to be a bit more playable. I do have some cheats on the keyboard enabled should I get stuck, because it is bone-crushingly hard from what I recall. Okay, so we started with some weaponry. I haven't turned any cheats on yet. The power-up system is akin to Gradius, I seem to remember. And it supports the CD32 pad, so... Oh shit, what happened there? I'm going to say, it supports a... CD32 pad, so I'm actually using a 360 pad on this emulator. That's what I found annoying. I had a speed up there, and it actually propelled me forward as I picked up speed up straight into a bunch of aliens, which was a bit annoying. There seems to be some sort of auto power up thing going on here. It keeps. Oh no, pad control isn't enabled, so I am trying to select the missiles. And I don't know what button it is to select the missiles. It's not spacebar, I'll tell you that much. Okay, let's just press 5 then. Okay, not homing missiles. Lovely. That's a big rock. Now that's just bullshit. Look at the amount of shit that's throwing all over the place. That is just crushingly unfair. There's no pattern to that at all. This is why I didn't like this back in the day. And which is a shame because I was looking forward to it. It looked good. But stuff like that is stupid. No, well, only one thing for it. Well that didn't work. You're just getting no respite at all from this. It's just going straight in. Like that. It's just absolutely relentless. Okay. We're going to try that again, but we're going to go all out on the cheats to see if we can get past the beach ball of death. Right, so we're having another bash. We've got more weaponry this time. And again, it's doing that stupid thing where you select a speed up and it's propelling you forwards. That's really, really daft. It removes control of your ship for a split second, and with the amount of shit that's flying around here, that's really, really annoying. Some really criminally bad design decisions in this game. Right, let's try to see if we can get some of these other weapons to work. That's my weapon, that's quite nice. Magma! Flaming hot fireballs. Quite good at taking care of these asteroids though. Homing missiles are a bit mad, they're just flipping out all over the place. Right, we've got the stealth on as well now, so that is essentially the shield. Shield on, we've managed to... Oh, there's more than one of them! Come on! That's just completely unfair. I still do not like Project X, even if this is the special edition version. Team 17 are going to sue me into oblivion for reviewing this badly, just like they do with Amiga Power. I mean, there seems to be a method here to this madness by the looks of things, but it's not enjoyable at all. There's not time to learn these patterns. I mean, it's a shame because it looks really, really nice, but it really is not a well-designed game at all, in my opinion. Okay, so next up we have Agony. The only game I can recall where you play actually as the mascot for the game company. So, the time to fighters come and you play as the Cyanosis Owl. Right, so here we have it. Shades of Shadow of the Beast all around there. Shadow of the Beast was you shoot him up with an owl, and this is where Agony comes in. Now this, as far as I remember, was released about the same time as Amiga and Project X. I remember these three all vying for my attention at the time. This one definitely looks pretty initially, but then you realise a lot of these sprites only have a couple of colours to them. The owl looks fantastic. A lot of these big things, a lot of these enemies are oh crap, oh shit, I've fallen apart. A lot of these enemies only have a couple of colours to them, which is a bit bland. But we can't really fault the presentation other than that. I mean, look at that background, that's really cool. Lots of parallax scrolling there. I do remember this being ultimately pretty underwhelming in the gameplay state. It's nowhere near as horrible and unfair as Project X, but it's nowhere near up to the standards of a PGO either. Right, is that power? No! That's instant death somehow. I haven't put any cheats on for this one. Game over instantly. Okay, let's see if we can continue a bit. So there was no continue, so I'm back to playing the game from the start again. Let's see if we can avoid that power-up that killed me instantly. You can hold the button down, but the auto-fire is not particularly strong. There's a very big spiders, come to think of it. They're bigger than an owl, that's scary. Run away! Some very strange designs here, and strange flying fisty dogfish. I don't know what they are, how to describe them. And those shit goblins. Wraith things? That killed me last time, whatever that was. And that's a part. You know how we're going to play? Okay, well, we have a slightly more powerful forward shot now. We're already doing a bit better than we did last time. Why do I get the feeling there's going to be a boss in a second? That's one thing, if you've got to shoot 'em up with the levels go on too long with not enough variety, it's going to get stale quickly. So, I think for pacing issues, this probably should have a boss about now. Ship goblins falling out of a bag. Nice Viking ship in the background, see if we can get the power up without dying. Doesn't seem to be much in the way of power-ups in this game. Just increasing the forward shot seems to be around to it. Mind you, we're lucky in owls shooting at all. They're not known for their forward firepower normally. We can't really expect it to have bombs. Maybe owl pellets, I suppose. Don't owls regurgitate bones or some way? That would have been a good power-up. Have we got a boss yet? No, we've got more shit dogs. Oh, a sword! Oh, we've got a sword! And that looks like a boss. I've no idea what it is, but it's a boss. sticking the sword there seems to be a pretty good tactic. Awesome. So, quick look at stage 2 before we move on. A little bit more colour in some of the enemies here, but still nothing fantastic. And that, to be honest, that waterfall, impressive as it probably was at the time, now looks a little bit bland. And then some of these projectiles are the same colour as the backdrop, which is a little bit irritating, but hey, we can live with that. I mean, those are fine, but the ones coming from the ground earlier wasn't that easy to spot. But yes, Agony is okay. It's better than Project X, but not as good as Apidia, and it's definitely better than that PS4 game that came out a couple of years ago that shares the same name, which had nothing to do with it, and I was really hoping it was a remake of this on the PS4, but it wasn't, so boo-hoo. Right, next up we have Sidewinder, and that's a pretty good version of Rob Hubbard's theme from Panther on the Commodore 64 you're hearing there, so that's nice. They used to do that a bit. There was a lot of recycling of old Commodore 64 music onto the Amiga and then jazzed up. See Gold Runner, for example, used the Human Race music. Anyway, I digress. Sidewinder was probably my second Amiga game I owned. Whereas the other 3 games we've been playing came from the end of at least my lifespan for the Amiga. This was one of the first, so let's take a look. It is sort of minimalistic, but it is really, really good. It is a standard shoot 'em up. There's not much in the way of pulsing, but what is really good is a satisfying amount of damage you can do to the background here. Lots of satisfying explosions, lots of stuff completely wipe out. It is essentially a Star Force clone, but a really, really good one as well. I mean, you can tell it's an early Amiga game, but it just feels so Arcadian, right? This really is good stuff. I don't think there's any power-ups to speak of in this. I could be wrong, but I really don't remember there being any. But there's just so much to destroy. I mean, nearly every little detail in the background is destructible. This is flying over a large bit that isn't destructible, but what are you going to do? And this was a budget game as well. This was Mastertronic. So even though budget on the Amiga usually meant 10-15 pounds, mind you, most full price Amiga games were 25, so this was a really, really great budget game. My mum used to love playing this. Oh look, there's a power up. I'm died. I'm died? That's not even a word. I'm sure that all the power up does is give you rapid fire for a short amount of time. We're even going to get to use the power up at this rate. Right, let's see if we can get these circly things out of the way. Oh, for fuck's sake. But yes, Sidewinder, nice quick on that. It's a really, really good game, so probably worth loading that up on your GoTech as well. So that was 4 shooter ups on the Amiga. What did you think of them? Comment below.
Yeah, subscribe or naff off. Logos.
Snacks. Wee crunchies. crispy bacon flavour.
Nice.
Eat it or naff off.